All right. Good morning. What's up, everybody? Nice. All right, everybody. Good morning. Going to go ahead and get to the news. All right. Hey, what's up, Andrew? All right, everybody. So, right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and get to the news, go over the top headlines, look at futures, all that good stuff. So, U.S. stock futures have risen as investors try to shake off the risk of the contagion from the Evergrande crisis in China, while focus remained on the Federal Reserve's meeting for cues on a timeline to taper its stimulus. European shares were up. Japanese shares closed lower, and investors dumped risky assets. Although some bargain buying helped limit losses, the dollar slipped from 1 month high while investors sought safety in the yen. Gold prices rose, oil prices were higher amid tighter U.S. supplies, ending the day of losses. The country's current account deficit and housing starts are on the economic radar. Um, I am I'm dead. These and if you guys are subscribed to like these stock newsletters, like I'm sure there's some good ones out there, but some of these ones are absolutely ridiculous. Like I remember 2 weeks ago, I think it was actually Seeking Alpha put out a like Microsoft and Apple were great to buy at these levels, and I literally was like about to throw up. I was like, what? Like, why would you tell people this? Like, like there's probably a better. I mean, like if you're just buying for long term, like sure, like I think Apple goes to 185, 200 next year, maybe, maybe. But regardless, it's just very funny, and I'm getting a lot of those news articles right now, like as we speak. So it's just kind of interesting. Um, hold on one second. One second. All right, there we go. All right, so sorry about that. Okay, so in top headlines, y'all, Japan's MUFG to sell part of its U.S. unit to U.S. Bancorp for $8 billion. Mitsubishi's UFJ Financial Group said it has agreed to sell the personal staking banking arm of its U.S. Union Bank to U.S. Bancorp in a cash and stock deal worth $8 billion. Johnson and Johnson says second shot. Where am I from? Johnson and Johnson says second shot boosters protection for moderate severe COVID-19 to 94%. Johnson said that its second shot of COVID-19 vaccine given about 2 months after the first increased the effectiveness to 94% in the United States against moderate to severe forms of plaque psoriasis. I'm just kidding. Of COVID-19. That commercial just comes on in my house all the time. Good morning, Eric. What's up? Oh, thanks, DJ, for the. All right, there we go. Hey, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. All right. So fast and yeah, that's how I felt saying it. Keeping an eye on the news here while we move along. The news that is coming in at the moment. So I need to remove that off. Snap to there. There we go. All right, perfect. So anyway, U.S. agency confirms airbag safety probe into 30 million vehicles. That's definitely something to keep an eye on. The number is kind of astounding, but the U.S. agency confirms that investigators have opened the probe into 30 million vehicles built by nearly 2 dozen automakers that have potentially defective Takata airbag inflators. Um, China's Evergrande rising default risk shifts focus to possible Beijing rescue. Persistent default fears eclipse short of China's Evergrande Group chairman to lift confidence in the embattled firm, as Beijing showed no signs it would intervene to stem any domino effects across the global economy. And if they did so, they would look like hypocrites if they did. And I think that's why they aren't. FYI here, QS. I know a lot of you guys were asking me about QS. QS is popping here in pre-market. Nice move already off of the lows, going up to that downtrend. So you do have this lower time frame downtrend here. It looks like you're breaking that to some extent. So keep your eyes peeled on that setup right there. It looks like you're trying to go above 23. That could be a really nice, interesting setup. I'd like to see a push off of 22.85 into that $23 mark. Okay, so besides that, so Amazon, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson discussed the late issue taxation when he met Amazon founder Jeff Bezos in New York. The Prime Minister raised the issue of taxation and hoped progress can be made in implementing the G7 agreement on tax. American Airlines, Delta Airlines, United Airlines, the U.S. airline will benefit from the Biden administration decision on Monday to reopen the country to fully vaccinated air travelers. From around the world, experts said, but the outlook for lucrative business travel was less certain. Lifting restrictions will allow tens of thousands of foreign nationals to fly to the United States, but it also gives the big three air carriers, American Airlines, United Airlines, and Delta, a chance to recover part of their transatlantic business. Moody Investors Services estimates the White House decision would result in stronger operating cash flow at the U.S. airlines in the next 6 months. Very well could be a bull trap. Yeah, we're one day into the worst trading week normally for stocks, period. So it's definitely, absolutely. You got gaps below you, totally. Um, doesn't mean that we won't get a good bounce day today. Maybe we hold. Actually, if you look at Microsoft and other stocks, Microsoft in pre-market has recovered that linear deviation line, right? So that makes it a bit more of a bull case, and there's still a gap to fill at 28.78 all the way to 299.55. Use your numbers, Garrett. 298.85, 299. So. Good morning, everybody. I am on YouTube Live, link in bio. Let me flip that mirror. V-shaped recovery, they say. Okay. We'll see. We'll take it. We're not going to bring our bias into the market today. Just read and react. All right. So, Robinhood. The company is testing a new crypto wallet and cryptocurrency transfer feature for its app, which will allow users to send and receive digital currencies such as Bitcoin. Bloomberg News reported on Monday a beta version of its iPhone app showed the company's work on these features. There was also a hidden image showing a waitlist page for users signing up for the crypto wallet feature. So that's definitely more bullish, and I think that they're looking for more ways to innovate to make that money. QS guys, QS 2450. that's the target. If we can open the day here at 23, this one may end up on my list as a decent run here. You might see a push up to that 23.80 or 24.85 on QS. So QS making multiple new highs here. Also, HLBZ spiking here in pre-market 117% at $31.80. So keep an eye on that one as well. Okay, so Lennar Corporation, the company said on Monday it expects supply chain challenges in the home building industry to continue and forecast fourth quarter deliveries below analyst estimates, sending the number two home builders shares down. The U.S. housing market has faced labor supply issues over the last several months, causing shortage of lumber and other raw materials, along with the rise of construction costs. While demand for new homes has been rising during the third quarter, our company and home building industry has as a whole, continue to experience unprecedented supply chain challenges, which we believe will continue into the foreseeable future. The housing market has proven to be strong in the current environment as demand continues to outstrip limited supply. Sports Trader Group AG, basketball great Michael Jordan will increase his investment in the Sports Trader and will serve as a special advisor in the company's board. Sports gambling data company on Monday. Switzerland-based Sports Trader went public last week in an initial public offering route after abandoning plans for a merger with a special acquisition company this year. The company did not provide details regarding Jordan's increased stake, but said his advisory duties will revolve around the U.S. market, product development, and marketing activities. All right. Good morning, everybody. All right. So I'll keep bringing in the news as it comes. Of course, guys, we have the current, and I think this data just dropped, to be honest with you. So for this week, it's the 21st, we've got housing, and that data, housing starts and building permits. That data is coming out right now. The actual is 1615 in comparison to that 1575. So beating that forecast right there. Building permits, also a beat on that one as well. And current account balance, low impact right there as well. So you can see the higher impacts. And we can go to things like BLDR maybe. So BLDR already reacting to that kind of news, I guess, if you will. So looks like it might go and fill that gap. We'll see how it continues and moves throughout the day. So, all right. Um, so companies reporting earnings today. Keep our eyes peeled on as catalyst. So Stitch Fix, AutoZone just had theirs. Roar Cannabis, Adobe, FedEx, Cracker Barrel. I drink way too much coffee. Absolutely. 33.50. I like the gaps here so far in pre-market, but all right. So yeah. Yeah, so the gathering of the FOMC also starts today, which will likely hint at the move to prepare investors. A report this morning from the OECD raised inflation forecasted for almost all group of seven countries for this year and next. So um, I see honey. Yeah, keep honey on me just in case. One time when I was like 18 years old, I put a small thing of honey on my front porch, and a bee came, and I was like, "Oh, sweet!" The bee started eating the honey. So then I put a big. My fiance worked at a honey company, and so I just put a big glob, and not to mention this honey was from Italy, and I didn't even know that. So I was just putting like expensive ass honey on my front porch. But regardless, I ended up putting a big glob out there, and I head outside. My neighbor's yelling at me. He's like, "Hey, man." You gotta get me stung. And I open the door, and there's literally a whole hive of honey or of bees just sitting on my porch. It was pretty fun. I mean, not in that moment, but it was fun. Uh, all right, so let's yes, so HLBZ Helbiz already moving up here this morning from the low of 14.35 all the way up to $33. If we go to Benzinga, let me go here, HLBZ, oh, HLBZ. Benzinga Pro. That's where that news came in this morning. If you guys are obviously not on, we talked about it just a little bit ago, and it's gone from there. But that's where all of this news came in. If you guys wonder where people see those type of big movers in the morning, right now, all of the big movers are up at the top: BKYI, HLBZ, CEI, FAMI, NNV, C, RWLK, SQQQ. So all of these moving up and coming up at the top of my scanner. So if you guys follow me and you're curious to see how, or just see a scanner, there's a free trial on that. So check that out. All right. I think it's worth going over, guys. I'll give you guys Benzinga's watch list today that just came in. So the top stock ideas right now are HLBZ, and they are partnered with Amazon. Or yeah, with Amazon. So let's go here. Yeah, Tuesday morning's biggest winner. The stock is about 120% following news, a company partnership with Amazon. XPVE, the company, vice chairman and president will start an interview during Benzinga's EVCon, electric vehicle conference on Wednesday, September 22nd. Toast, TOST, the IPO for this week, shares are expected to open trade Wednesday morning. IDEX, the company's chief revenue officer, Christine Helsale, will interview Benzinga's Power Hour on YouTube at 12:15. And EDSA, one of the Monday's most discussed stocks after the stock closed up more than 100%, shares were down about 23 cents, or $23 in pre-market. And that one I haven't actually looked at yet. But already, yeah, kind of tapering right there. I'd just like to set alerts on that. I didn't miss any questions in the chat, did I? Nope, 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 nope. Okay, cool. I don't know, but I drink a lot of coffee. I don't think my heart's supposed to feel like that. Um, Manny, if you want a recommendation on how to learn and read charts, I would start with your basic daily reversal patterns. So your double bottoms, your double tops, your inverse head and shoulders, your head and shoulders, big daily reversal patterns, giant big wedges, falling wedges, triangles, symmetrical, those easier to identify, and then start identifying them. So it may sound silly, but the best way to learn is to immerse yourself into the actual practice, because you're taking advantage of your brain's natural ability to find patterns within something based on the human brain's reward system. So you find a good setup, you play the setup, you successfully make money, your brain realizes that's a good thing, and then starts to adapt. You'll find that people who don't forage in the forest, I know a lot of people who they forage for wild mushrooms. They sell them as gourmet mushrooms, and over the years they've learned to identify rattlesnake patterns where a normal person might walk on top of one. He can see one a couple hundred yards away, or not a couple hundred, but 25 yards away. From an angle he can spot the top of a head or something, and that just comes with being immersed in the practice. And so the same thing with this. We're not snake hunting, but or mushroom hunting, but we are hunting for tendies. And in this case, you want to be able to identify the patterns that bring those. So you have to just start. And by just starting, you allow yourself the opportunity to kind of start to really absorb this. So, okay, my heart is palpitating. Where do I see Benzinga Pro's watch list? They send it. They just send it in the news feed, just like everything else. Yeah. What do I think about DDTA? I think they're all Chinese stocks. Also, link in the bio if you guys are trying to see us on YouTube. QS. So right now, QS, HLBZ. Of course, Lulu. all all on watch today. So far, Lulu already showing some strength. I wanted to see 430 on that one, but I'll be happy with what I get. All right, so let's go over. I think it's important. We're not quite to 9 o'clock. We've got plenty of time. So we'll maybe even take a look at a couple tickers that you may be watching. But I want to go ahead and just give you guys a brief minute overview of each ETF as far as where we're at in the grand scheme of things. So where's my, there we go. All right. So I mentioned last week that this was the first time we closed below the 500 HMA since COVID, or really after COVID here where we bounced off of it. But once we crossed that 500 HMA, that's when they initiated the pullback. My honest opinion is that 410 is not outside of the question for a possible target to the downside. Now, one of the things about SPY is gaps most of the time are going to get filled. There is a gap here at 403.50 and 475. That would take a catalyst in order to bring us down. You can already see that we're probably going to go fill our gap, but still remain in downtrend, right? So this is your new downtrend right here, running off the highs. That's your downtrend. As long as you stay under that line, you are bearish. You are in a correction. And as long as that occurs, I'm not going to be jumping the gun on too much. But I can say that, this is already a V-shaped setup right now, and above 440, you may end up seeing some type of retest of the downtrend that is holding you down. So it's something to keep an eye on. At the moment, I have the 441.90, 442 potentially, even maybe tapping that 444 level before seeing a rejection possibly. So Lucid go moving to a new day low here. AutoNation, or excuse me, Steve Madden shares are trading higher after Jefferies upgraded the stock to hold to buy and raised his price target from 44 to 50. Shoo, SHOO. Shoo. Somebody gonna tell them that's not spelled right? How am I supposed to buy shoes from you? You can't even spell it, dingus. All right. Hey, what's up? Good morning, everybody. All right. So, anyway, that's SPY. I think it's totally reasonable to retest this level. Obviously, anywhere below that 435 mark, we may end up just staying in that downtrend. So, QQQ, kind of the same setup here. The only thing that I would argue is this one has more of the linear deviation setup. So you have that standard deviation channel that we are currently within. And in the middle of that linear deviation, or in the middle, that's that linear deviation, and also that 4-hour 200-day EMA. So in this case, this is your downtrend all the way up here. So seeing a slight retest would allow buyers to think that we are going to break or start moving to the upside, when in all actuality, it could be not even a straight run, but you could very well use this pocket to chop around it. And I'm just speculating, like who knows what would happen here. Um, But this pocket, it does look as if there is room for a symmetrical triangle to form. So the pop may be strong, but towards the middle or end of the day, things may start to consolidate and get a little choppier. So, and it may get tighter and tighter as we approach 3D. So, okay. All right. So, do I think SDC will pump? I don't know. That all depends on the people who are pumping it. Does it look like it's going to pump? Absolutely not. Does it have a good setup? Not really. I mean, it's in a very obvious downtrend. I mean, a very, very obvious downtrend. I think a lot of people are speculating that it broke it, but if you go look at the chart, it's fighting it. It's not. It's fact. They're losing, and anywhere below $6, you're likely going to go make a whole new low. So, um, okay. So if you guys are on TikTok or anything, yeah, I can check ASAN. Link is in the bio. So, for YouTube, same thing here with IWM. There's actually a big gap here, pretty self-explanatory. I think that gap gets filled to 217.65, and then hopefully you can see a bounce off of that setup there. I do anticipate that gap being filled and then potentially going and hitting that resistance. 219.50 is right target on that one. All right, then we got the Dow. Dow well below the 200-day EMA, very much in need of some sort of bounce, as we are definitely kind of getting wrecked in the grand scheme of things. So you take a look at that. That is definitely the pocket or the safety zone right now for the Dow below this low of 35 or 33. Excuse me, 335. 50 is likely where we're going to continue to flush down or push down to that new supply, which I have at 332.45. So, um, all right. Benzinga QS still rocking here in pre-market this morning, guys. QS, HBIZ, HBLZ, excuse me. So Lulu. I think QS, pretty cool. I'll definitely play QS, not for anything crazy. Also WRLK, or excuse me, RWLK. That's Rewalk Robotics. Interesting. I think I've heard of this company. Huh. Keep this one on watch. That's what remember we looked at the I don't know if anybody was with me, but we looked at some of the future companies that people should be keeping an eye on. And one of them was robotics, bio robotics and stuff like that. So yeah, exactly. Okay. All right, so we got the Dow, we got all of our setups there. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up the majority of my watch list just into this chart. So of course, Lulu is our swing trade here so far this morning, guys. We are cruising. Pretty happy with this swing already. Not going to be greedy. If anybody has multiple contracts, absolutely you can swing, or excuse me, you can trim, take profit. You do very much have a gap below you. That gap is pretty gnarly all the way down to 420. So $4 gap here. So it'll be interesting to see what Lulu does at the bell if it pops, because I do have this resistance up here. So I'm curious to see if it will pop, hit that, and then go dump into its gap. So that'll be kind of what I'm watching for on Lulu. QS already. making a strong break out of this little wedge here. Already opening up at a good target of 23.50. Probably just watch for a little pullback for a push up to 24.50. Nice dollar move there into the $25 zone. QS again. QS has an agreement with shares are trading higher after a 8K from the company showed it signed an agreement with a second top 10 automotive original equipment manufacturer. Will collab to evaluate prototypes on company's solid state battery cells by 10 milliwatt capacity from company's pre-pilot production line facility. No terms are disclosed. If I sound out of breath, it's just the caffeine. It's got me gassed. So there's that QS headline. Good catalyst. That's what we want to see. Cisco is moving up there. BRDN also on that watch list. Get the fuck, bruh. Look at Sony. Sometimes you forget about it, and it just does that. 108 to 112. Ugh. Stop. Stop it. Hood, yeah, I do think that Hood with the cryptocurrency has a large gap to fill at 41.55. This one is likely going to go fill its gap, I imagine, first before it ends up taking off. But Microsoft. So let's go look at the options really quickly for QS. That's not a ticker. 420 there. Yep. That's the target. So $25 strikes were 3 cents yesterday. $23 strikes were $11. Those are going to be up hundreds of percents on QS. Right. All right, we're finna yuck this up. Let's go. All right, so we got QS. We're gonna have to see how these contracts open up for sure. And obviously, seeing some type of pullback, maybe even to that VWAP, to that 9-day moving average at 22. But we will keep our eyes on this one. Strong move here, for sure. So, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Not that I'm not, but uh I really am happy that we got Lulu. Okay, so we are going to open the day pretty damn green. If that's you, you just had a free day. You just had a free day. So if I'm trading, I have a different management strategy, a different, I've got a different thing going on. If you have a small account and you swung Lulu or smaller account and you're big green, have a day off. Or just sit there and chart, paper trade. Send me your trades. I've told people this before. If you paper trade, right, and you want to see feedback, like that good morning, what's up? like that's a good way to get feedback. Send me the trades that you take on your paper trading account, and we'll go over them. And if anything, if there's enough people to do that, we could start a side paper trading contest or something like that, starting with 10 grand, and by any means necessary, and we'll have some type of winner. So like that way you guys have something to do, and a way to learn at the same time, because I don't want people to over trade just because they see these, like, there's going to be good opportunities, I'm sure, somewhere within the market today. But the way that the conditions are, I just don't want anybody to lose the money that they easily made. You easily made money in this situation. So, all right. Anyway, I'm done preaching. Uh, which monitor is that? That is an LG monitor. So, all right, so it is 9:10. I'm gonna go get a drink of water, decrease my heart rate here for just a moment, and we'll get ready for the bell. We've got 20 minutes left. Um, am I still waiting on Apple to bounce? Huh? What was that?
Whoa, is it echoing?
Yeah, hold on. Let me switch my output. Not you, it's me. It's not you.
I'm on a new microphone, so it could be me.
No, it's definitely me. Go ahead, keep talking. Whisper sweet nothings.
Yeah. Testing one.
All right, so far this is not working. Hold on one second. It's not you.
Is it better?
It's coming out of my speakers, so it's gonna do that. You're gonna be able to hear yourself. Let me change that. Okay, let's see if I changed it. Oh, there you go. Wow. Oh my God, dude. Dang, your voice is so sultry. No, this is yeah, dude. Yeah, you sound like it. That's awesome, man. Oh yeah, you sound great. This is awesome. hmm I feel like I am your vocal cords. Huh? No, it's good. It's perfect, man. Yeah, you're good. Anybody else? Any complaints on Heck Diesel's voice? Not on the sound of it, but the actual microphone, the level. I hate that guy's voice. Stu- I was waiting for someone to say that. Oh, that's too good. Yeah, hop on YouTube, guys, if you want to hear Heck Diesel's voice and get your morning started right. Yeah, there you go. That's what they're missing with me. Okay. My voice could get carded too. Um, dude, I'm pretty stoked about opening the day on Lulu, man. Nice gap up, straight to that target, right underneath the target. I'll take a pop to 425 and get out. But as long as it holds this level, and I sometimes it sketches me out when it just sits there, because right before the bell's gonna do something. So I hope it does something. QS getting a great pullback here. So pay attention to my screen. Scalpers, day traders, people of all trading types. This is the 9-day VWAP crossover potential here. We don't have it yet. So what we want to see, regardless of what happens here, right? It falls below. We want to see VWAP, or the 9-day moving average, cross over that VWAP, where you could end up getting that nice spike. If you spike off of that crossover, then you could potentially look at taking that to new highs. This is good that it is getting the pullback already. I actually really like it. Yeah, so I'm gonna figure out what time frame this one works best on, or trades best on, and yeah, this one's pulling back already. Well, let me go look at QS, and I think the news is suitable for sure. Also, QS looks like a giant liquidity hunt for me. Oh God. Um, HLBZ already kind of kind of taken off. If you're in shares, it's probably a good place to get into shares lightly, because you could still pull back, but you did curl and push out. This one, HLBZ partnership with Amazon. Life is nothing but a liquidity hunt. That's deep. What's the YouTube name? Everything is in the bio. Link in the bio for everything if you guys want to come and trade with us. So I'm about to actually hop off of here. So if you guys want to hop on, okay, link in the bio. Um, I think that one of the next equity deep dives I want to do is on RWAKEL, Rewalk Robotics. I want to go look into their company, look into who the CEO is, maybe even do a little DCF action on this guy, see what the price might end up being based on the financials currently. But I'm starting to look into putting my money into cheaper, newer robotics companies. Oh fuck. Dude, I just said that about Lulu. Look at that shit. It's still green, but fuck. Yeah, that's part of it. But honestly, the closer we are to the gap fill, the more likely we are to tap. I think 420.75 and then bounce off of it. I really think that we'll bounce off of it if the market goes green today. So, all right, I'm gonna go get some water. And just real quick, and I will be back on. So, all right, you guys are on TikTok. All right. Sorry about that. I'm back. All right. Let's see. 9:24. Also, everybody on YouTube, just tire or tier. That's you can kind of just scroll through our channel, but we're day trading mostly, um, scalping, and that's what I was gonna mention to you guys. If you're on YouTube, unfortunately, I wouldn't recommend scalping with us. You are delayed, so day trades and stuff like that. I just want you guys to know there's a delay between the trades that I'm going to be taking here on YouTube. So I mean, if it just shows a good pullback, then I don't know if you want to keep like TikTok up or whatever, but like that's just kind of what I would recommend there is just to stay away from the quick scalps, the quick 30-second at the bell scalps, but everything else, day trades, there's not that much of a delay, but just want to give you guys that forewarning. So I didn't put it on there. There's a delay period. So all right. Uh, All right. I'm also going to be putting on the squawk box here. So those of you on YouTube, if you hear some random dude yelling, it's going to be Benzinga Pro to giving me the news. So, Critics Warner Music Group, Credit Suisse analyst Megan Durkin upgraded Warner Music Group to outperform from neutral with a price target of 48 from 37, implying a 19% upside. WMG, they already gapped up on that news, which they'll likely get shorted, I think. Fill the gap. All right. All right. I'm not playing mRNA, no. Yeah, if you see gaps, so actually mRNA is filling its gap already. I'm a little blowed at Sony right here, but whatever. I think because of the Warner Music Group upgrade, Sony gapped up that for. Because that's why I like Sony, and I should have taken it off that hourly bounce on the 200 AEMA, but yeah, they did. DKG getting smacked. Yeah, so if there's gaps to fill, I do like Roku. There is not really much of a gap to fill there. I'm probably gonna take that above 325 for more of a day trade. QS is another one, obviously, that I'm gonna be watching for a little pullback run here. Let's see where my pivots at. Okay, so it's at R3, so also I'll just wait for that one to break R3. Microsoft doesn't, if you think that you can get profit out of a 30-cent move, then, like that's up to you. I would more or less be looking for the bounce, right? So I would be looking for a bounce or where it goes from the gap. If it falls through the gap, then, it is what it is. IRNT dropping. All right. All right, Lulu could. All right, this is up to you guys. We were green when we left the trade, or when the day ended yesterday. So you guys can either take profit. I'm gonna wait for the 420. I'll allow the gap to fill. So you guys are welcome to secure profit, but I'll see what I can snag out of this. I am live trading. Yep. Yeah, here and on YouTube. So all right. There's the bell. Nice push already, Lulu. All right, that's better than nothing. Watch HLBZ. Still got eyes on that one. What's the gap for Lulu? Gaps. It's at 422 right now. The gap gets filled at 419.75. So HLBZ 37.92 going for that high. Microsoft filled gap. I mean, if that's enough for you guys to take profit, that's 20% on Lulu. But if you pull back, you will see that pain a little bit here. Tesla. Yeah, I think it's gonna. Yeah, that one's already filled its gap actually in pre-market. So HLBZ is the only one that's kind of pushing that new high. QuantumScape looks like it might be rebounding. Uber, who? Uber. I said Uber. What the hell is that? Okay. Looking at QS options. Wow, $24 contracts. Uh, Delta's not going that. Might have to go up to October. Roku is going, yeah. Are you still in Lulu? There's that pop right there. Yeah, Gap is technically. I'll wait on Roku here. Good push though, for sure. Good push. Hold on, let's see. Oh shit! You know what? That's a breaking downtrend. Shit. Uber, damn, nice push. Did you swing Uber or something? ETFs dropping. Got it. If Roku pops 331 past this zone 323.50 or 324.50, oh my god, Roku, hold on a second, now it's starting to get crazy. All right, let's go back down 1 minute here. Dang, Roku. That one's gonna skyrocket. Moderna dropping pretty hard. Yeah, Manny got Roku for a fast orb scalp above 320. So that was a nice move there. I'm looking for the pullback, play the bounce, if there even is one. Spies low a day. What are the cues looking like here? Wow, wow, wow. Look at Roku. Holy shit. IV is pumped up right now. I don't know if I want to go ahead and take that. I think I might have to leave that alone. All right, I'm turning on my squawk box. China's strategic sell up to 133.6 million of Evergrande vehicle shares, FXI, excuse me, might be affected by that. Okay, Roku 325. Lulu actually showing a little bit of residual strength here. just kind of sitting here. Plug. Upstart. Upstart did not fill its gap underneath. Okay, now I'm eyeballing Roku.
S&P 500 up 0.4%, NASDAQ Composite up 0.5%.
Is that too loud, guys?
ARQQ halted on a circuit breaker. Arctic Quantum, Alpha Romeo Quebec,
What'd you say?
Quebec, Alpha Romeo Quebec, halted at 2677, up about 7.5%.
Oh, damn, Roku. I really would rather just watch this money. I'd rather wait for a pullback, guys. I think Manny caught that at the bell for that orb. So, what are we gonna do here, Lulu? Because you're just standing still, which I actually kind of like. Microsoft bounce. Watch for Microsoft to try and break downtrend above 926.50. There's the little pullback on Roku. Is that too loud? Okay. Hold on 1 second. All right, let's see what the next message sounds like. I just turned him down a little bit.
AODK, Eastman Kodak, awarded U.S. patent, printer with cross-track position error correction. That's Kilo Oscar Delta Kilo.
CODX Co-Diagnostic reports its Logic Smart Flu A/B/ or A and B COVID-19 test approved for sale in Mexico. That's Codex. CODX. Sorry, I can't do all that funny stuff. ARQQ halted on a circuit breaker to the upside, 7%. Betsy is. I think we might see a pop here on Lulu. It's not going down. It's just sitting there. I think we hit 430 today. Again. So it's like a rewind. And there's a gap to fill. Very, 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 very tiny gap to fill above 425 to 426. So
EPGS,
I might just add to the swing
Solutions
rather
merger
than
partner,
extend myself. Etsy, nice bounce there.
Casa CEO Matthew Roberts to appear on Benzinga's SPAC Attack show at 11:25 a.m. Eastern Time. That's Tango Papa Golf Sandy. SCED, Origin Agritech, and China Agricultural University to collaborate on research of molecular design of corn using CRISPR. That's Sandy Echo Echo Delta. Shares of Origin Agritech popping to $8.77 at the high, where they are halted on a circuit breaker now. Shares up about 13% over that press release. That's Sandy Echo Echo Delta.
That big green candle in pre-market for SPY, man. What a run. All right, that's why I didn't chase after Roku. Good job not chasing. JP Morgan, keep an eye on JPM here to break above 154.65 and go for a gap fill to 156. Disca A running. We did have that flow come in today, or the other day. I think it was yesterday, actually.
IDEX, Ideanomics Chief Revenue Officer Kristen Helsel to appear on Benzinga's Power Hour show at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time. That's India, Delta, Echo, X-ray.
I'm going to get out of this old swing.
Order filled.
DD. DDOG. Yeah. That's cool. Looking. Roku 1 minute flag here, guys. I'm watching this one. I need my where's my MA? There we are. Okay, there it is. All right. Might take 1 second scalp here on Roku. Let's see, 330s. 330 strike this week. All right.
Order filled.
I'm in light here. I'll take one last pop above this high of day, 326.50. I'm scalping. Nice. Nice. All right. Let's go for high of day. 326.50. Just a quick scalp, guys. 328 is a good target here. 327.50. That's a quick $200 right there. Boom. And
Order filled.
I'm out. I have 2 left. I had 5. I have 2 left. 327.50. There it is. Target hit. All right. Lulu going for pre-market highs at 424.88. 424.50. Excuse me. 424.50. Also watch QS here.
CWH, tip ranks reporting. JP Morgan says these two stocks could surge over 70%. CWH.
CWH. Camping World Holdings.
Camping World at 37.82 now, up about 2%. Charlie Whiskey Hotel.
Yeah, they're going to be there when the
And
housing crisis.
BLI.
No, I'm just kidding.
Berkeley Lights at 26.04.
QS here building that 5-minute flag. Let's watch for that push above 23.50. Try and wick fill here, 23.60. Is Roku gone again? Yeah, we just scalped the top. Tell Manny. He'll be proud. No, just kidding. All right, Roku pulling back here a little bit. Roku did tap that target though, so if you got out 328, that was a nice little scalp up to the top.
PRQR, ProQR Therapeutics, granted U.S. patent, oligonucleotides to treat eye disease. That's Papa Romeo, Quebec Romeo, PRQR.
Quebec Romeo, what the hell did he say? Who heard that? What I just scalped Roku. A good soup. Roku may go for 330 still. Don't sleep on it, but that was just a nice little scalp right there. PR
SEED, Origin Agritech shares resumed
PRQR.
trading now after a circuit breaker halt at San Diego Echo Delta. Shares hitting $8.99 at the high, now at $8.60.
Lulu holding up strong, guys. You guys should be at 35% on this swing trade here. Everything else from here is up to you. Yep, QS. Look at the volume rising. Do you guys see that? That's increasing volume. That's what I want to see. But I also want to see it increase. I want to see a little bit more than that. So let's go ahead. Let's start pulling up the QS contracts here. I imagine there's some massive sweeps coming in. Any AIs, Microsoft and Watch Uber here? All right. That's one of the reasons on Etsy that I get scared about playing things with gaps underneath them. That's why I don't really want to add to Lulu. Yeah, Microsoft. Be careful that trend, but you could absolutely see that you got highs at 297. So we'll see. I'm watching QS here. QS. Is IBC any good? No. I just had this conversation with people the other day. Like, if people keep taking bets on companies that are heavily shorted, like, I get it, you want to squeeze, but why not go look at a company that doesn't have any shorts, that's not heavily shorted, that has like more people betting that it will go up rather than everybody betting that it's going to go down. So I get it. I get the setup, but not every like you got to think these people do this. Like they short the dog crap out of things, and then they just get out from underneath those trades. And honestly, the penalty for not reporting accurate short interest is not that bad. I think it's like 30%, something like that. You think they care about that? No.
ARQQ, Arctic Quantum resuming trade, Alpha Romeo, Quebec, Quebec. At $30.44
Oh
at
my.
the high, now at 27.12. That's Alpha Romeo, Quebec,
Massive
Quebec.
pullback there.
DKNG, DraftKings, Tiger Woods, and Autograph launch exclusive NFT takeover on DraftKings Marketplace. That's Delta Kilo
Did you guys hear
November
that?
Golf.
Did you guys hear that? Tiger Woods, NFTs. Sounds like a lucrative way to make money. I'm not gonna lie, some of the basketball player NFTs are pretty sick. What's up, guys? Hanging on to this Lulu swing right now. And watching QS, watching HLBZ. I've got ARQQ on my eyes.
FB Facebook says remove false and harmful content, including more than 20 million pieces of false COVID-19 and vaccine content.
Hey,
Facebook
speaking of
says displayed
Facebook,
warnings on more than
y'all,
190
there's a
million
gap to
pieces
fill on
of
Facebook to
COVID-related
361 all the way to
content on
362.
Facebook.
Look at the
That's
pre-market setup.
Foxtrot
If you're
Bravo.
looking at my screen, that's the top right-hand screen right here for a potential scalp. You can go with pre-market highs, which are at 360, which would put you right up underneath that gap fill, or you can do it at a break of what looks to be a downtrend here, but that's going to be a little bit riskier. You can already see that the wicks popping off of that. So I'm speculating that since it does have, I think it has that gap fill. Yeah, it looks like that gap has been filled. It may be above 360, 359.50. That may make for a decent scalp. So DraftKings not reacting to NFT news very well at all. Good God. And Apple calls. Okay, nice bounce there. Mark your words. I think I'm going to scout Facebook here. Okay. Oof. Did you see that? Just a second away from the setup. Okay. What? Oh, they were showing up as QS contracts. I was like, damn, Facebook's cheap today. All right. All right. I'll take one. It's bigger accounts. I got to take one 360. Is it? Okay, guys, 360. 2 minutes left in this candle. Let's go to the 1 minute. Okay.
Order filled.
All right, I'm in 360. Above this, yes, I think 365s could be a lucrative call to take. And I'll let you know.
U.S.
My
House
fingers on the
sets
trigger
Tuesday
right now
debate
for
and
the
vote
one
on
for
bill
the
to fund the
365s.
U.S. government through December 3rd
I'm gonna pull up the
and raise the
Qs. I
debt
need it.
limit.
Oh
That's
shit, that's
from
4
Reuters.
Qs. There's too many Qs, baby. Okay, we're going towards pre-market highs. Pre-market highs are at 369. All right. I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a few of those 365s. They're
Order filled.
Dura. I love the way my daughter says Dora. The right way. Yes, I just said that I got filled on Facebook. I'm not in heavy. I'm in. Why does my 9-day moving average always get deleted? All right. I will say that I don't like how far away our 9-day moving average is here. I like the setup. I like the volume looks decent. Um, Also, guys, check out ARQQ starting to engulf that candle here. Watch this one. Qs are up against that 368.85. Sorry, hold on 1 second. 10 seconds left in this
AMZN,
5-minute
Amazon
candle here.
blog post says Amazon is supporting the effort to reform the nation's cannabis policy. That's AMZN.
AMC, what? Amazon? Trying to reform cannabis policies? Doesn't sound right. Let's see. Here's what could happen here. If it stays accumulated right here on or pulls back, it's going to pull back to the 9. That's 358. That's why I'm not in a full size position quite yet. That's why I grabbed one of those contracts. So let's see if we get that bounce here. I think my stop loss will be at below that 358. Considering the position size isn't heavy. I am going to multitask here. Those of you with smaller accounts, you might be able to get into this trade. QS. QS moving up here, looking like it's going to go hit that $24 mark. I'm going to grab September. If you guys want to go out a little bit further, you can do that until next week. I'm going to grab $24 calls here on QS. No fill.
Order filled.
There we go. ARQQ moving up towards high of day here. Got shorted again at 30. US 2375 going for high of day. 2385. Facebook, nice pop. Ooh, right up that mark,
NOTV
baby.
shares resume trading now.
Yep.
November Oscar Tango Victor.
Volume picking up on QS. Let's go. Facebook, I need you above 359.40 in this next 1-minute candle. 50 seconds here. Nice push. There we go. Yeah, I'm down 7%
There's
on the
a
first
notice
entry
hitting
on Facebook. So
$45
I'm
at the
okay.
high,
I'm
now
actually
at
green already on QS that those
43.25.
contracts are pumping. So
That's up
watch
17%.
Roku here
November
making
Oscar
that
Tango
flag.
Victor.
9:58. We're not even to 10 o'clock. So let's go make a shot here. Come on, Facebook. Moonshot. Nine-day moving average is now my stop loss here on the 1-minute time frame. That's 358.40. And what are the Qs doing? The Qs are holding, y'all. That gives me an indication that I can hold a little bit here. QS broke high, at that high of day right now. All right, there, bounce off the 9. Here we go, Facebook. I might average down here on Facebook if we get that bounce. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and cut. I think it might bounce off 358. Q's rejected. Not done yet. 35 seconds left in this 5-minute candle. QS though moving up nicely here. Volume spiking to the high. All right, 358 here. We're gonna let this candle close. Remember, guys, we let the candle close. Roku falling. All right, if this candle closes and continues down, I cut. It is what it is. Trying to scalp to the upside on a weird day, so, or on a Fed day, FOMC meeting day. All right, there we go. Let's get a bounce back up to 358.75, and we can recover here and make our way. If not, guys, we're gonna chop in range, in a very, very tight range here for probably a hot minute. We are having the Qs bounce. Their 9-day moving average is at 367, but I'm starting to think, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cut there. The first position to cut here, below, let's see what we do. 15 seconds left in this candle. Yeah,
Order filled.
all right, I cut. I have the second entry on Facebook still. Those are down 17%.
VWE, Vintage Wine Estates, reschedules fiscal year ending 2021 earnings release and conference call, provides preliminary Q4 and FY 2021 revenue.
Yeah, I have
Fiscal
to
year
agree with Manny. If you guys are
2021
in
preliminary
profit on
revenue of
QS and any type of
$221 million
size, it's
for
okay to trim
VWE.
possibly and get out of
That's
that
up
trade.
16% year over year. Q4
Lulu is
preliminary
still good to
revenue of
hold for me.
$57
I'm holding Lulu.
million, that's
And
up
like I said, I'm still
37%
holding that
over the
second
prior year
entry
period,
on
including
Facebook
acquired
here.
revenue.
I'm not down
That's
very badly at
Victor,
all.
Whiskey,
I cut the 360. That one's starting to just get a little bit red. A little too red for me. But you guys recall, I only got one. So I didn't like expose, and that's for my account. Obviously, I have a larger like that's not a tremendous loss or anything like that. That's just one of those things. So I do think we could possibly get a bounce here. Let's see here. If we bounce, I may average down. I don't think we will if we don't bounce here. 357.60. There it is. All right. Goodbye. So yeah, this one's going to chop in range, I imagine. I don't see it rebounding very quickly from that. So QS is losing volume after that volume spike for the breakout. So we'll see. Honestly, I want to see this candle close on QS, but you should be green on QS just on IV alone. You still should be up around 28% on Lulu. Cliff calls. Oh my God. Okay, Facebook. There's one bounce. Let's get it back above 358.50. 358.50, and we'll go back and
NETE,
test
Mullen
this
and
level.
CRRC Group subsidiary, Tango
I would
Automotive
wait
signed definitive
for
agreement
Cliff to
for
get
Class
to
1 and Class 2 AV cargo vans for
1895.
assembly and sales in the U.S. and Mexico market, with deliveries commencing
Oh
in March
shit. All right.
2022.
The
November
Qs are
Echo, Tango
falling
Echo.
or rejecting that 368. Hold on one second. I think I see where support is at. Is that the case? Yeah, that's the case. There it is. Okay, there's support. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just get out of Facebook. No need to sit here and wallow. That's 24%. Yeah,
Order filled.
I'm not gonna sit around in that trade, y'all. Yeah, we had a good setup there. Setup didn't major index rejected key level, and hence we see a rejection on Facebook. So just stuck to that stop loss there. Did you guys got anybody who got in that? Got Facebook. You know what I think is going to happen here on Facebook. I'm looking at the setup, and I think what we're going to see is exactly what I was saying this morning. That if we end up falling like that, it'll bounce and head back up for high of day, potentially, but it's going to consolidate heavily and wreck these premiums. And I think you might see that here across the market. So, because I'm seeing a lot of setups that are not playing out at the moment.
CIDM, Cinedigm slashes its way to the forefront of horror streaming. Latest acquisition, Bloody Disgusting, Charlie India Delta Michael.
It's a Nadim, and please, this is literally the roughest and the worst performing week of the stock market, period. So like don't take it personally, like anybody who's trading right now, it's not like you have an edge, at the moment. Like nobody's really, I think we're lucky here on Lulu. And Lulu is showing residual strength, but yeah, this week's gonna be a training week for sure. And that's kind of how I'm treating it as well. It's just one of these opportunities to learn as much as possible, take a little bit of a break, slow things down. And I want to turn you guys' attention to Apple here. So I saw this setup this morning, and it's one of the reasons why I didn't take Apple um quite yet. I think it's definitely has a chance if spike and V shape, but they're playing games right now. So this support that we have, you'll notice when I pull this over that that's where we broke, right? Retest flush, and then we end up rejecting the very same support turn resistance. So a lot of the times I leave those supports, those uptrends, because oftentimes that'll be the place where you retest and reject. And it'll be a bull trap. A bull trap will use support as resistance to go make what looks to be like almost like a false high, but in all actuality, no levels have been broken on Apple. Not yet anyway. It's still the 1 minute chart. I'm looking at scalping this. If you're long on it, then it could very well go and push back up at some point. But pump and dump before lunch. Yeah, could be. Could be for sure. I'm hanging on to Lulu. I got an alert set. I got alert set at 420, um, which is a little high. 1495 or 419 95 as well. So ZS puts coming into the Q. Okay, got it. Z scalar, right? What's the strike on those? 270. What's the expiration? No shit. I could buy it.
FPCH, Farfetch, the November 35 put at the bid, 4,000 contracts, Foxtrot Tango Charlie Hotel.
Yeah, what Manny just said, when you're in a small account, it's hard to be consistent because you fight your emotions more than anything. As a small account, your trade should be focused on high probability, not a trade. So like, Roku was a high probability trade and news and a key level. And it just didn't play out. So or well, it did for a scalp, but past that, everything else pulled back. So I mean, you had good setups, but you did not have continuation, and that's market conditions. So
AAL, American
AMD,
Airlines, Justice Department's Antitrust Division expects to file a lawsuit soon, arguing American Airlines' agreement with JetBlue is anti-competitive. That's Alpha Alpha Lima and Julia Bravo Lima
AMD will
Uniform.
probably retest 103, 104 level. QS is looking to get cut here as well. I'm still green on that, just barely. Oh, no, I'm not.
Dow Jones reports lawsuit could come as soon as Tuesday. That's Alpha Alpha Lima Julia Bravo Lima uniform.
Yo, I'm really glad. Yo, I literally got out on wow. If you guys scalped Roku 428, that target, it straight dumped from 428. Holy shit.
HOTH, Hot Therapeutics, submits to Ethics Committee for approval to initiate patient cohort 2 in BioLexa clinical trial. That's Hotel Oscar Tango Hotel.
QS is holding up. I'm still in QS. Upstart moving. Guys, I am not liking the range that the Qs are gonna likely be trading in. This is gonna end up being kind of whack because guess what? Exactly what I was saying this morning. I didn't mean to curse this, but look at the pocket. Ugh, that's gross. Here, let me screenshot that because that's not. I'm done trading with this type of setup. US popping back up here a little bit. You know, Lulu is actually showing strength. I have to say. I mean, it's curling back, but it is showing a little bit of strength here. It's Tuesday. Yeah, if the Q's going. Q's just broke. Yep, Q's just broke.
ESLA, Tesla shares getting a pop here. Tango Sandy Lima Alpha.
Tesla pot. What do they do?
Seeing the weekly $755 call sweep on Tesla.
There it is at the 9. So look at where 270 is at. 270 is at the 200-day EMA. If that's enough for you, that looks good. I mean, it definitely looks like it's going to reverse. That's the first 5-minute candle. So you said 1015 ZS. Let's test this thing out. I'll take one. You said 270 put? Oh my god. Why you cost that much? Bruh. Bruh. That's 8. Bruh. I mean, nah. Sorry. QS looks better than that. Yeah, I mean, even this week's is pretty risky, man, because look at how that premium jumps down from 305, and the spreads are wacky. Yeah, you got a really awful spread there in between those. QS, guys, anybody in QS? QS. You're in QS with me? Nice. Okay, we're going for a high day here. Lucid. Yeah. HBLZ. What did that ever do? Wait, no. Yeah, we're pulling back. I'm QS, man. I got a 4:15 call October 1st. Look at the 15th. Ooh, 15-minute bounce right off of R2. Yeah, we can go to 24.25 here. The next target I have is 24.75 on pivot. QS or QQQ pulling back down to that supply zone 365.95. Apple completely reversing here. I'll be happy with what I get on QS. How about that? I'll just whatever it gives me, I'll take it and I'll leave. If it rejects here, I'll just get out. Lulu just went red. Yeah, it's in the gap. Biden is talking. Yeah. Thank you. I mean, technical. Well, sorry. Sorry. Oh, bajillion. I would pay to hear that man say bajillion. Oh, DK and G take a beating here, y'all. Oh, ouch. Look at that shit. I should have played that short.
FBX, FedEx shares moving a bit lower, 251.79 on FedEx. UPS also a bit of a drop.
What are you talking about, dude? UPS has
Reports
not dropped at
circulating
all.
that
It
the
stayed in
Front
the
Door
same
Collective, a
price
startup
range
made
all
up
morning.
of more than 100 Amazon delivery companies, just raised $7.5 million to take the fight to FedEx and UPS during the holiday shipping crush.
What did he just say? Who's going to war with UPS?
That reported by Business Insider.
Oh, here we go. Front Door Collective, a startup made with more than 100 Amazon delivery companies, just raised 7.5 million in its bid to be an alternative to FedEx and UPS during the holiday shipping crush. Gulp. Well, y'all know I'm short UPS, so Taliban. What are you talking about? Baba?
RDSA, Shell executive
No, I'm not doing
in
4X.
Brazil says in discussions with government over regulation for offshore wind farms. That's Romeo Delta Sandy Alpha, Romeo Delta Sandy Bravo.
Romeo. Hold on one second. Twinkie. Morgan Stanley upgrades Hostess brands overweight, raises price target to $20. That's TWNK.
Blink Charging awarded supplier contract with
Ooh,
Sourcewell. That's Bravo Lima
Blink.
November Kilo.
Blink going for high. Yo, watch Blink. Awarded. They just were. Let me see the headline here because I just missed it. Watch Blink. They get shorted fast though, guys. Be careful on Blink. Don't get trapped. Hold on one second. I'll go look at the contracts. $30 strikes
DRMA
are 100
Dermata
bucks.
Therapeutics hearing
The
providing
volume spike
issuing a
right there was
buy rating
gnarly.
and
Look at that.
$14 price target. That's Delta Romeo Michael Alpha.
I'm gonna take a 30 if it pop. Damn it, I missed that. Damn it. I'm
Shares
gonna
of
grab the
Dharma
30. There it
Therapeutics
is.
spiking to $5.73 at the high
Damn it, I missed it again.
on that initiation and
There it
$14
is.
price target.
Order filled.
Capital. That's
Did I
Delta
get it?
Romeo
Oh,
Michael
I got
Alpha.
it. There we go. All right, I just got 130 call. I'm gonna see if it goes. Just one. I'll add. Yeah, but the thing about Blink though, Sourcewell, okay, that's enough for a pop to like 30-50, but you sold a call on Blink. Nice. Which one? $31 strike? Because that's definitely a call worth selling. Perfect. Yeah, $32 strike's good. because honestly, Blink gets shorted like crazy. But I would take a play to 30.50 on the IV pump here. CRVS making a day high series here. Is anybody still in CRVS? Anybody in QS? We're really, really fighting to go for high of day here. It's kind of ridiculous. All right, new 5-minute candle
GNQS,
here.
Genius
New
Brands.
5-minute candle here on Blink.
Genius Brands cartoon channel just licensed
Nice.
a new wave of
Whoa. Do you see
streaming
that
content
premium
from
jump on?
HBO
Ooh.
Zodiac Kids and ABC Australia, including PJ Masks, Peppa Pig, My Little Pony, Wiggles World, and more.
What?
That tweet from the Toy Book. That's Golf
All I heard
November.
was Peppa Pig. Gang, gang.
Uniform Sandy, Genius Brands spiking to $1.48.
Yo, 23% on
high.
Blink if you got those 30s. Yep, it's too late. If you didn't get into Blink when I was getting in, then it's too late. I don't want you to lose the money. Keep your money. That's $100 right there. Easy.
Order filled.
I'm out. I didn't get into size on that one. It's trying to go. There we go. QS. That's 41% for 30. Wait, okay, never mind. It's fluctuating. People are buying and selling these calls pretty quickly. You're in the money, though, if you took those calls. We're in the money. All right, let's see if we can heat up this up. Honestly, guys, I don't like when we get these pullbacks, and this time we need to push off of that high volume. I need to see a ripper. Let's go to the hourly here. What is the hourly telling us? The hourly looks good. The hourly is getting close to that target of 24.65, 24.50. 24.50 is going to be a good place to trim out. RWA. I am in RWALK. RWLK. Rewalk. I actually am about to do a deep dive on them tonight. I'm gonna go look at the fundamentals on that company. They caught my attention, not gonna lie. Too late, yes, too late to enter QS. I to be honest with you, the way that it's struggling for 24 to hold 24 with high volume, unusual volume, is concerning to me. Doesn't mean it won't go, and if it does, then yes, definitely possible. Yo, that scalp on Blink was 1 5-minute candle scalp, and the premium shot like literally up so hard.
Granted 5 U.S. patents today, including media playback system, control via cellular network. That's
R
Cindy Oscar, November Oscar.
RWLK actually looks pretty good. It flushed out and it's pulling back up with high volume. So it's actually not a terrible trade. I think I might grab a few shares. Lulu back in the green. Come in. Or honestly, Lulu it looks like it filled its gap to 420, so we might get that bounce up here. Watch Facebook is probably bounced. Oh, I'm so glad we cut. You know what? RWLK. It does have options. Okay. Let me go look at RWLK options. Okay. Rewalk Robotics. April 14th, 2022. 2.6 or 2.5 calls.
ESLA, Tesla, Inside EVs,
It's EV day. That's right. Watch XPVE
Just
too. Watch
under
EVs.
$45,000
Look at all
Tesla
EVs holding
model.
up. Except for, well, XPVE is kind of, but honestly,
Tango
that one looks
Sandy
like it
Lima
has a
Alpha.
gap to fill. I would rather short that. All right. So for me, I honestly think I would go with that April 14th strike. I think I'm gonna buy that. I think I'm gonna buy two of them. That's under $100. I wouldn't mind spending, $300-400 in shares. So even just this is a light position. If this goes in the money before that expiration date, I can at any time exercise and buy those shares. I obviously see this company as a speculative play, so I won't enter anything that's gonna break the bank, but it might be good to throw one on there, and we're gonna do a deeper dive here towards the end of the day. So,
Order filled.
all right, it's small. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't. I'm out till next year. So honestly, that's just going to be a speculative play for me. They gapped up. They have news. They have a catalyst. They went from robot trading to big volume. So that means people are learning
Shares of
about them.
Tesla
There's other
getting
people
a
who are going to
pop
be
here
doing
now.
deep
Tango
dives. So
Sandy Lima Alpha.
Facebook with the crock of garbage here. Wow, nice little push here on Rewalk RWLK. Um, Show HLBZ. What are you playing? What kind of game is that? It's the money game. Price analysis 3.5 RWLK. Roku bounced. Spy puts. I don't really play spy, but I'll look at it. HBLZ or wait, HLBZ. Yeah, there it is.
REAL, real. Need him out with a note says we think today's news eliminates a big overhang on the stock trading at 2 times our 2022 EV sales estimate for almost 40% top line growth. We expect next year real continues to be one of our favorite names. $35 price target.
I'm
Real
watching
Echo Alpha
UPS
Lima.
below 184.24, 189, excuse me, to start heading back down. But it did kind of break downtrend, unfortunately in after hours. So I'm hoping that it either
Shares of Real
uses that now
spiking
and
here
starts pulling
at
back. So I am watching that one
$13.94.
for
Real
low of
Echo
day.
Alpha Lima.
Day trades, I'm everything's speculative at this point. Roku, honestly just made a really ugly setup. I expect consolidation. I like Rewalk. I'm in obviously options. Might grab a few shares. I'm in QS, and honestly, this one's turning out to be a day trade. It wasn't supposed to be a scalp, supposed to be a light day trade, but so far it's taken one, two, three, four, five, six 5 minute candles to even make just a remotely small move here, where it looks like it's well contained under 24. So I'm just keeping myself light right now. Let's see here. Upstart, look at the Upstart setup on the daily. That actually, or on the hourly, that actually looks really good. That looks really good. Yeah, almost you're bottoming out right here. We got an alert on UPS. Okay, we're at that 50 UPS. Hold on 1 second. All right, UPS. You want to go out till next week? 187.50 or 185s. I would do a 187.50, I think. Where's that target at? That's 188. So 188 would be the target here. You could go with a weekly, which is 171. I'm going to add a little bit to that position, I think, below the 50-day EMA. But otherwise than that, I think I'm going to, Facebook looks like it's going to go for low. a day right here, rejecting that 50. Watch to go push to 356.31. D nut dumping. Shit, fucking D nut. Yeah, Nadim, I'm excited for the end of September. As Snee, we both made money on Blink, dude. How about that? You sold a call, I bought one, and then that's amazing. I scalped it to 30.50. You made money on Blink too? Great. Awesome. See that? He sold calls, we bought them. Everybody wins. There we go. $32 calls sold, $31 calls bought. Short CEI, I'm with you on that one. TMC bearish, absolutely. I don't know who in their right mind thought that. Well, I don't want to insult anybody, but I don't know who was thinking of that one. But maybe next time. I'm not sure if that one's going to go. Everybody's real focused on short squeezes.
TBPH, Theravance Biopharma, granted U.S. patent.
Nice, Sneak.
Trilsin inhibitors, that's Tango Bravo Papa Hotel.
Tango, Hippo, Bravo, Baloney. I don't know how the man does it. I wonder if we could take a little bounce here on Roblox, or if that one's going to go down. Yeah, you know what? That whole mentality of trying to get rich quick in the markets is why most people never are able to participate in it. You got to look at it as like a slow, like the goal. I would honestly say, if anybody said, "What's your goal?" or like if starting off, or like how can I be how can I be most efficient within the market, um, while maintaining a recent level or a decent level of risk. Um, and I truly believe that buying, obviously finding these key levels using, our deviation channel to accumulate shares of companies that we know in the future are going to do well. And that may change, of course, but, as we're moving into a new market, something that not a lot of people are mentioning, that I think that's definitely worth mentioning is that uh, the market goes through a cycle every 80 years as well, where basically it just changes shape, changes everything. Like there's the fundamental value of what a stock market is, but a lot of what makes that stock market will start to alter and change. So with that'll occur too. But in my opinion, the strategy is truly to accumulate those shares of those companies. Like I do believe that PLTR is a company that's worth selling, buying, having long-term equity for me. This is for me, and being able to sell and make passive income. Can you imagine that stock starts running and ends up being a Google in the next 10 years, 15 years? Like you could literally just live off of covered selling, cash covered puts, like that in itself. But then when you have that long-term equity and you've had a rough, a place where you were selling covered calls, at that point you can take that money and you can throw it into in the money. You can either do leaps or you can go in the money calls, and you can
President Biden
start to reserve your spot
says
to
further
buy. So
Israel remains
Elcid still, or
steadfast and believes in
Elcid,
two-state
Lucid
solution
still
for
running. Lucid popping with
Palestinians.
that EV conference happening right now. Nice push, dude. That candle right there, definitely exhibiting some big strength there on Lucid. Nice play. That was also a 15-minute bounce off of the 9-day moving average. Perfect wick right there. Apple below 143.30. One Honestly, the safest bet is below 143, but all right, brother. Ouch.
DKNG, DraftKings, Entain, out with a statement now regarding possible offer, confirms that it has received a proposal from DraftKings to acquire Entain. Entain board confirms it has received a proposal from DraftKings to acquire Entain. Shareholders urge to take no action at this time, consideration which would include a combination of DraftKings stock and cash. Entain says DraftKings must by not later than 5 p.m. on October 9th either announce a firm intention to make an
I
offer.
don't think DKNG is going to go
That's
down.
Delta Kilo November Golf.
All right, Quantum State. You're gonna piss. That's is enough to piss off the Pope.
Shares of DraftKings now off the lows at $54.
Minority World. Sorry, I missed your message. That was a minute ago. I use TradingView and I use Benzinga Pro
SGAM,
below.
Redbox launching War and Westerns. Free ad supported.
Oh my God,
streaming TV,
Upstart.
That's Sandy Gunpop and
Upstart.
Michael.
Pushing
US
for that
sanctions
high
crypto
30
exchange
309,
accused of
y'all.
catering to ransomware attacks.
That's an almost an inverse
Targeting
head and
crypto
shoulders
exchange
setup here.
UEX OTC.
Stop talking, dude.
That from Dow Jones.
Yeah, I am still in QS. Yep, I am. Right now I'm eyeballing a stop loss of 23.32. I don't like the
US
setup,
Treasury
guys. It's
threatens
honestly,
more
if you
sanctions
want me to be
targeting
honest,
crypto
look at this
services
setup right
found
here.
aiding illicit actors. Says nested exchanges, mixers, and
That's not
peer-to-peer
good.
crypto platforms
So
in the
maybe one more.
spotlight.
If we get one more pop, 24.19. Honestly, it might be good to go ahead and take profit out of there, guys. Yeah, and I honestly would start toning things down at this point, y'all. DraftKings is they urge shareholders not to do anything, and I think they're gonna do something anyway. So, oh well. Discovery dumping. Upstart though. Wow, wow, wow. My God. Anybody still in Lulu? She Upstart. Those of you who caught Upstart, monies. Enjoy your tendies. Wow. Damn, those are expensive. So if you catch Upstart on a run, dude, that thing pays. Pays something fierce. Like what? CVS, AI. If you guys are in the chat, Discord, if you guys have, any positions that are worrying you or something that you're in that you're starting to get shaky, like you don't have to sit there and just stress out about it by yourself. You can shoot me a DM or message in the chat, let me know. And we'll just take a look at the chart and see what we can see. So if you're an upstart, you just got a whole bag. I just watched those calls go from about 9-10 to so you just made about $100 and a quick pump there. So Cisco calls for 12-17, 20-21, $60 strike. DKNG going for low of day, looking like it's going to potentially break that 53.50 mark. QS call option strike price. I would recommend getting into QS right now. Anyway, I'm not going to add anything yet. I don't trust it. I think it might pop here to 24.25. X calls for 414, CCL, FCX, Fubo, $26 calls, 1022. Fubo, where's Fubo at? Oh, double bottom on Fubo, maybe. Maybe. No, those two candles close below 5-minute time frame. Let's go with the 4. I would prefer to see it down to $25. Is anybody in Upstart? Jesus Christ. All right, Nadeem. Nadeem, make sure to text me, man. Oh my God, Kenneth. Come pick me up in the yacht, dude. What color is your Lambo? Where Lambo? You know. um, y'all, I am thinking of swinging Roblox. That is probably the next one on my list. So just FYI, Roblox, I might end up being the next play that I take here. And I'm trying to give you guys an idea of what I'm seeing. You guys see this? Big symmetrical triangle. Go out to the daily. It's a blue Civic. Wow, that's a weird that's a weird color. There goes UPS down below. All right, stop loss for me below VWAP on QS. Here goes QS. Watch QS 24.25. XPV trying to go or push up just a tiny bit. I think Roblox could bounce here today to $80.65. Let's do that. You guys, what? Let's take Roblox. Last call. Go out longer because I think I'm gonna do next week's. I'm gonna do the $80 strike. If you really feel like you can risk it, you can take that lower premium. I'm pretty certain, and I'm good. I'm getting it now. You know what? No, I'm going weeklies with the way that we're moving already. 124s. No fill. 124. No fill.
Order filled.
Filled.
HLBZ halted on a circuit breaker. Hellbiz. Hellbiz now at the highs, $39.31. Hotel Lima Bravo Zulu.
All right. Pre-market highs. Pre-market highs. Initial. We already got a rejection there. 1 minute time frame. But let's see. 9-day moving average here is 78.50. If we reject and pull back there, we'll see what happens. 5-minute time frame. I'm gonna let this 5-minute candle close. Oh shit. That was a gnarly wick. Yeah, I know. Roblox popped right there.
Letter T, AT&T company CEOs presenting at the
Sheesh.
Cornucopia
That's 1 minute and 55
conference.
seconds left in
Says
this
companies
candle.
one
That was
third
a
of the
big
way
short,
through
not gonna
finding
lie.
$6 billion in cost efficiencies.
Wow.
That's letter T.
Like they knew I got in right there. I know, immediately rejected 79, like right on the dot. So obviously a giant sell order there. I don't know if they're gonna know what to do with themselves after that. I think that might be it's gonna be
PFE
hard to come back
Pfizer,
from that
FDA
rejection.
expected to announce decision on Pfizer booster on Wednesday. That's PFE Pfizer.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for it to bounce if it bounces here at 78. Otherwise, no. That was crazy. That was crazy. Immediately rejected at 79. It was green for a second. All right, bounce back up to 78.50. It'll be a better place to cut. We're at support. SPY bounce. Yeah, someone's shorting resistance exactly. 5 minute time frame. Yeah, it's not looking great. You have 38 seconds left in this 5 minute candle here, so you're gonna want to bounce in the next 30 seconds. Is it probable? I don't know. Everything is pulling back right now. I'd rather find a better place to cut. Apple looking like it's going to go red. If you're an upstart, you are absolutely making WAPO. Yeah, a flush may be coming, but I'm going to wait for a retest of VWAP. There, see a little open up there higher. Let's see if we get a pop back up to 78.40. That way we don't have to cut with not you guys shouldn't have a crazy loss, but that's 25 bucks off that contract.
BIIB, Biogen CEO on Investor Day, says working more diligently to address near-term challenges with launch of Alzheimer's drug Aduhelm, that on Investor Day for Biogen, Bravo India, Bravo.
Damn, dude, that was a sick pop on Roblox. There it is. All right, here's a good place to cut. Better place to cut Roblox. Nice little bounce there. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. Yeah, 1 minute candle's done. New 1 minute candle about to open here.
HLBZ resumes
Order
trading now
filled.
after a circuit breaker halt. Hotel Lima.
All right, now you're gonna
Bravo Blue,
probably head back down to the
$40.73
downside.
now at the high,
That's
up
September for you, baby.
181%.
That's September for you. Wow.
Obit
And so what I was looking
announcing
for
a
was just a
video
simple
streaming
retest
partnership with
today
Amazon
of
earlier this morning,
80.50 of this
and
volume
shares
right,
hitting
or
a
this
high
volume shift, this 9-day
of
moving average retest.
$40.73.
We did
Hotel
not
Lima,
end up
Bravo
getting
Zulu.
that retest at all. So it looks like there's a lot of sellers sitting on Roblox right now, especially at that $79 level. Yeah, QS, honestly, y'all, that one's another one that you're probably going to want to cut here relatively soon as well. That one's green. I'd like to see one more pop up to 24.25, like I said. But that one's probably good for me to cut here. Oh wow, I'm up on RW. Wow, I'm up 30% on RWLK, even with that pullback. Green on QS, green on Lulu, still green on RWLK. I'm gonna set alert on Roblox just in case. JPM. I'm trying to minimize my losses using the gap above. Thinking about
AT&T CEO says we're winning the market share in wireless.
Yeah, for
That's
sure,
letter
Robert. Let
T.
me take a look at it now. So JPM. Um, so you're forming a really, I mean, this setup right now is actually pretty gnarly. So there's that. There's support. Okay, running off this low. There's that. You are about as tight as it gets. So you're gonna want that range break 153.22, and more than likely you'll head to the downside. I know it has that gap. It also could curl under. See how you have that inverse head and shoulders potential there. So let's go to the hourly really quick. What the heck? Get out of here. Maybe wait for another retest of 153.26. Other than that, if you break below that wick 153, yeah, you're probably going to head back down. I mean, you've got a massive gap above you all the way to 57. So, I mean, I feel like that gap inevitably will get filled. So,
AXTI, Zach's small cap
if we
research
end the
mentioning
day like
as an
very
under
red
$10 buy
or
Alpha
pulling
X-ray
back with
Tango
making new
India.
lows, then it might be best to just get out from underneath that position. So,
Shares of AXT spiking here now $8.03. Again, Zach's mentioning as an under $10 buy, Zach's small cap research, Alpha X-ray Tango India.
yo, look at Apple. Kind of looks like it wants to dump too. Did you guys cut QS? It's below VWAP. It's below my stop loss. I'm already out. I think I'm out of Lulu too. I think I might get out of everything. Option wise.
Order filled.
All right, I'm gonna hold on to RWLK. UPS. Is anybody still in UPS with me? That one needs to break VWAP, and we'll head back down.
Vuzix awarded U.S. patent near eye display with position adjustable imaging light guide. That's Victor Uniform Zulu India.
Yo, get out of here, Roblox. Don't you even. Stupid. Upstart. What a ripper, dude. Wow. What a breakout on Upstart. Damn. All right, can I look at any other tickers for you guys? Upstart or Roblox looks like it's gonna head back down for now, but that's not enough for me. But anybody want me to take a look at anything? Apple's going for a flush. It looks like below 143. That's a good short. Target there would be 142.50 below 143. First target 143 or 142.75. Everything's dropping. Fubo, Upstart's pulling back. Setting alerts on Lulu. Alert set on Roblox. See, look at that, y'all. Ked isn't hardly making anything right now. It's the markets. CS Scalar, yeah, that one's dumping there. There goes that play. Alrighty, I'll be back. This market's kind of sucking. Um, damn, Pat is not looking good. Honestly, guys, that's what I'm saying. That it's just, and I'll be honest with you guys, there are a lot of people who quit trading during September. Like I've actually, and I think I told you guys this the other week. Like I actually knew a guy who told us, he told me and Manny, and Atlas that there was no money to be made in the market because he got in around this time and or about beginning of September, end of August, and through the whole entire time, he struggled. And we kept emphasizing that this was just a shitty time to be trading. It's not a good time to be trading. Day traders' lifeblood is volatility, and when volatility is low, so are the opportunities to make profits. And that was kind of just hard for him to understand that he couldn't do what he wanted with the market right now. And how many opportunities have we seen get stifled? I think Upstart ran, but um, that was pretty good. QS just really struggled up against those highs. Roblox making a crazy run up and then absolutely getting destroyed. So this is just one of those days again that I just would highly recommend. One of these weeks that I would highly recommend. Being light in your positions and just know that the opportunities that you're looking for will present themselves in the future. Next month, we'll have the opportunity that we're looking for multiple times over. So just be patient, and don't think that if you aren't able to trade today, that you aren't going to be able to trade at all. So or that the market's shutting its opportunity. If anything, you're gonna make it so that when the volatility does return, that you don't have the capability to actually use any of the money that you have, because if you end up just slowly bleeding yourself out, you'll just end up feeling frustrated when a lot of the stocks that you did see with potential setups do start running and you don't have the ability to get into the trade. So just be patient, guys. Joe and I said this last week. And this is where the goal here is to make sure that you guys are building a trading plan for yourself. If you haven't begun that process, like approach one of us and like start really, really taking a deep dive into what it is, what your availability is going to be looking like. What are you trying to accomplish? What's a moderate goal that you can start building upon, and what are you trying to accomplish? Once you have those things concreted, things get a little bit more easy to navigate. But again, like this is just one of those weeks where it can make you feel like you're no good or you're not good enough to trade. That Roblox short right there was gut wrenching. I was down
ZNGA,
10%
Zynga.
in five
Zynga
seconds.
granted U.S. patent,
5 seconds.
method, and system for matchmaking connections within a gaming social network. That's Zulu November Golf Alpha.
Zynga getting news here, but no pop. All right, guys. Well, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and face drive. What? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. Um, and keep going. Sorry. Yeah, for sure. So I'll get with you that in just a second. If you're Patreon, just text me. So like that's what it's there for. So there's goes literally straight to my phone like a real text. So well, I know Hep Diesel came out today and hit some big plays with Lucid and others. So hopefully you guys caught in some of those. Watch Fubo for a bounce at $25. Also, it looks like Upstart might have more gas in it as it's starting to flag out here. Watch Upstart. I'm looking at the daily time frame here. You could see 320 before the end of the week. Looking at previous runs, looking at the distance. Remember, we learned how to last week. We learned how to set targets and why we set those targets at that level. If you go look at the distance of each run that Upstart makes, you can see that there's definitely ability for Upstart to make that level. What is Upstart's YOLOs looking like right now? Sheesh, man! If you had a two, that's worth $10,000. Um, damn, those are expensive. You ain't getting away with nothing on those. Yeah, that's not a bad synopsis. So, Lulu's still on watch, guys. Remember, this thing has a over $100 price target raise. So, can you do a video about? Yeah, yeah, I could do a video about that. How to find intrinsic value. Yeah, I could do that. Rewalk Therapeutics going for high of day. All right, guys, have a great day. Stay light. We'll get through this week together. Keep pushing. Um, don't get impatient. Don't be mad at yourself. And don't take yourself out of the game. Stay in the game. Don't. I know I'm saying don't do a lot of stuff, but right now it's just protection mode. So, all right, I'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody on YouTube. One QS and I am in. Yeah, QS didn't rip. We actually got in 2265. Um, that one actually paid, but we took profit on the majority of those. So, uh, anyway, guys, stay light, be good. See you guys soon.